Back. All right, so we are here at X Planet Games, and we are test playing Munchkin, the collectible card game. And here from Steve Jackson Games, we have Rhea.
Hi. It's actually not test playing. These are the starter sets that are out, that will be coming out. So this is, you're having your hands on the very first of the starter sets.
That's pretty exciting.
Yes, and you got to open some of the first boosters that are out there. And so the game won't release until late February, but we flew in some early ones to run these events. And yeah, we're very excited.
Excellent. Okay, so this is releasing late February.
Yes.
And what will people be able to buy? They'll be able to get these starter sets?
Yes, so there'll be 3 different starter sets. So there's this one, the Ranger Warrior, there's the Cleric Thief, and the Wizard Bard. So the starter sets come with everything you need to play for 2 players. So it comes with 2 decks, it comes with the counters, the level counter, everything you need to play, dice. And in the first printing, it also comes with a booster packed inside, so you get a little taste of that booster action as well in that.
Excellent. So I got to try it for the first time. I got to say it was very intuitive, especially if you play similar other games. Very intuitive, very fun, very quick to learn, but I think that as the additional cards come out, there'll be more strategies coming out with this. Yes. So now when this comes out, you'll also have your booster packs. Now in your booster packs, is it sort of like a regular 15 card pack? Is there rares in there? How does that work?
Yes, so it's a 12 card booster pack.
Okay.
I'm not sure what that comes out to Canadian.
Okay.
But it is $3.95 US.
$3.95 US, okay.
So I don't know what that works out, and then booster boxes are roughly $95.
Excellent. Okay.
For 24, and so it is. You get 1 rare or better per booster.
Rare or better. Oh, fantastic. Okay. And you guys are you already planning to do some expansions on this, or how frequently would expansions come out?
So we already have expansions planned through the end of the year. Some of them are even already at print and like beyond, well beyond development. So we've got Blarg coming out in May.
Blarg, okay.
Blarg. The full name is actually The Desolation of Blarg.
Excellent.
And it's got this awesome dragon on the cover. It's awesome. Then we have Fashion Furious coming out in August.
I like it.
And then we have another one coming out in the end of the year in November that I can't tell you the name of.
Oh,
but
okay. So are we looking about maybe 3 per year? Is that sort of
so some sort
cadence?
of big release like this.
Yes.
And then so those other 3 that I mentioned are just boosters. So Blarg, Fashion Furious, and the other one. So then next year we'll come out with it. But we'll keep these or some sort of, you know, starters around or decks around. Yeah.
So I noticed that there are, I guess we call class-specific cards, but there's also cards that you could use for any class, I assume?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So you'll notice the different colors, the different colored cards will go to that specific class, especially in a constructed type style tournament.
Right.
However, if you're doing draft, you have your Wanderer hero, which I wonder if I have one here.
Oh.
That lets you, so he lets you mix and match a little more. So draft you can pull things. You get some really fun combinations there.
That's very cool. Okay. Okay, so we have expansions coming out. So are you going to be setting up sort of tournaments with stores and things like that? Is that something?
Yes. So we will have tournaments in stores. We're still building some of that infrastructure, but stores can already sign up for events. So they can sign up for our release event, which is the first weekend in March, and for the Day of Reckoning event.
Right.
And then we have a tournament happening at Origins, and we have a tournament happening at Gen Con, we know for sure.
Excellent. And a couple of the key mechanics I wanted to sort of touch upon that are very unique. Especially one of them, is the bluffing mechanic.
Yes. Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Love it, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's really great. So as a part of the game, you actually get to bluff on an attack against your opponent, and your opponent could respond or not respond. So if they don't respond, essentially your bluff works, right? And then you'd be able to do damage or whatever. If they do respond, then potentially you could get burnt for that bluff. Right? right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it depends. So you can, so when you're faced with a face down card from your opponent and you're defending, you have the choice to either run away or face it at that point. So, and then if you face it, you can assign loot and allies. So if they're bluffing, even if you face it, you've just assigned that weapon or that ally and gotten it zapped.
It's very cool. Actually, that's what kind of lost me my second game.
Yeah, I mean, bluffing is an element. Yeah. But I will say there are ways to sort of design around it if you're not so great at bluffing, or if you're not great, or if you're good at, like, other people are good at reading your bluffs. I'm a big fan of the Bard for that reason.
Oh, okay.
I have a very readable face, you know, like people know. So basically with the Bard, I can they know that I'm putting down the ferrous oxide monster and they run away or whatever.
Yes.
And then, so I'll just like put it back in my hand and put it right back out.
I got to ferrous oxide, my brother. It was pretty great.
Yes.
Ferrous oxide, by the way, destroys.
Isn't it satisfying?
It's pretty satisfying.
Oh, it's such a satisfying.
It destroys weapons, so that's pretty fun. Okay, so that's great. The other mechanic that I thought was very unique is as long as your creatures don't die or use some of your cards, you're able to pick those cards back and put them back in your hand on the next turn.
Right.
So I thought that was very unique. So there's a part of that where if you're paying attention as an opponent, you know what cards your opponent is actually picking up. But at the same time, you could reuse some of those cards over and over again.
Plus,
so
there's still the card draw, so you don't know there could be
something new that there's that as well. Yes.
Have added in. Yes.
Exactly. Exactly.
But you definitely get a little bit of like, they totally got me with that ferrous oxide. That 2-coin monster I'm going to run away from this time. Yeah.
But you may use that as a part of your bluff on the next turn.
But
you know they know.
You know they know.
You know they know. Exactly. You know.
Yeah.
Okay. So very excited. Thank you so much.
I really poisoned both cups.
That's right. Well, thank you so much for showing this game.
Thank you for
very excited.
Me, and thank you so much for coming. X Planet Games. This is awesome.
So check it out. End of February. Pre-order. You can pre-order now.
Yes, absolutely. There are forums online at munchkinccg.game, and you can always just hit us up on social media, and we'll direct you where to go.
Excellent. 2 thumbs up. Thank you. I thought I'd take a minute just to go through some of the items that you get in the starter pack. I thought I'd do a bit of an unboxing, but not really unboxing because I've already unboxed the starter pack when we did the event at X Planet. But I thought it'd be very cool to show you guys kind of what you would get in a starter pack, some of the cards, so we'll go through some of the cards. And the starter pack actually comes with a couple of boosters, so I haven't opened up the boosters, so we'll open it up here. All right, here we go. Okay, so here's some of the contents you get on the booster, I guess not the booster box, but the starter boxes. So each of them come essentially with 2 decks, so we're going to go through some of the decks and the cards. But as you can see, this one has the Ranger and the Warrior. I guess that's the subclasses. And I believe that there are 6 in total, so you get Wizards, Warriors, Clerics, Thieves, Rangers, and Bards. Okay, so this is the box. Here's the back of the box. It just shows you what's inside, etc. Okay, so since I've already opened it, we don't have to do that, so we'll go through some of the contents. First off, here are the tokens. So here are the money tokens. This is a integral part of the game. These are the things that you use actually to battle. You essentially, similar to mana, you'd use these to sort of battle with and use these to cast cards, etc. Okay, so they come in 1s and 5s. Some of the other tokens you get, another integral part of the game, you got your runaway token. On the other side, you got your limp away. So every turn, you get an option to run away. If you do run away, you flip it over to limp away. Now, your runaway is free, so if someone tries to attack you, you could run away, it's free, but after you do your first one, every time you limp away, you would lose life. So that's why we have these tokens. So we get 2 of those, 1 for each player in the box. And you also get your level up. So similar to folks, if you're familiar with the original game of Munchkin, you also have a level up token. So these will actually be played at the end of the turn, so you can level up your character. Okay, so that's essentially what it looks like. Your level up token, just like that. Okay, and you slide it up to go up to your levels, and I believe this goes up to 10. There you go. All right, so you get your level up tokens. You get 2 of those with the kit. In terms of some of the literature you get, this is actually really cool. This gives you all the cards that are in each of the various decks. So you have the Thief, Ranger, Bard on the other side, Wizard, Warrior, Cleric, and so if your cards get mixed up, actually like mine did, you could separate the cards. So if you just want to play with the basic packs, you could do that, and it's a fairly even game. So if you're playing the Ranger versus Warrior, you're going to have some good times just with that alone. Of course, there are boosters, and it is a collectible game, so you can complement the original pack and make it your own, make your own deck out of it. But if you want to go back to the original, at least you have a nice list here to look at, and you'll be able to put the correct cards in the correct decks. All right, you also get, of course, the instructions for the game. So nice little instruction pamphlet here. So it's fairly intuitive. Goes through all the elements of the cards, goes through the gameplay, etc. What you'd expect from an instruction booklet. And then you get the decks. So let's start off here. So the first deck you get is a Ranger deck. So this is your hero. Your hero represents essentially you, and you're able to use these heroes' powers throughout the game. So for example, the Halfling Ranger has used when one of your monsters is squished. We use the word squish, not killed. Zap. Zap means turning it sideways, similar to tap. But zap, regenerate that monster, stash it instead of moving it to the discard pile. This is an interrupt. And then you have 20 life for that hero. Once that 20 life is gone, essentially you are squished, you lose the game. So with each deck you have, for example, Ranger type cards, which you can only use in the Ranger deck. But then you also have basic cards as well that you'll be able to throw in there. So there are common cards that all of these decks can use. So you can see some of the ones here, like the Walking Dreads, Barbarian, the Librarian, Blandy McBlanderson, Land is a location, Lame Goblin, Crusty Disgusty. So it's pretty great. Drop Bear, had a great time with Drop Bear. You actually have to drop it from a meter. And so on. So really great. So that's your Halfling deck. I'm not going to go through every single card, but you get the idea. Halfling Ranger, and then of course you also get the Centaur Warrior, because this is Rangers versus Warriors. So the hero, Zap, deal 1 damage to target hero or monster. Had a great time with that. Really frustrated my opponent, which was my brother, with this, because I would essentially make a wall of swords and different things to block his creatures, and then I would just continuously just zap him every turn and do some damage. Now again, some of these are you can see very similar to the other deck, some of the cards, but then you get specific ones for this. So you get Whack-A-Mole, Field Armor, Crushionate, Vanilla Mental, I love that one. RNGesus. Again, Lame Goblin. Hammer Time, another great one. Oxide Monster, which is great because it actually crushes weapons, which so it's great to use that if someone is weapon heavy. Of course, the 11-foot pole. So here's some really fun cards to play with. So that's really what you get in the core deck, in the core set, which will include, again, like 2 decks. So right out of the box, you could play with a friend. What you also get is you get a pack of cards. So I'm going to open up this booster pack. You only get 1 pack of cards in each of these. And what we did is, or what they did at the event is they actually gave, because we had 2 players, myself and my brother, they gave us 2 packs. So we're going to be opening both of these right now for the first time. So let's do that. Apparently, there's going to be a rare plus in these, so I'm looking forward to see what that is. So here we go. All right, so we got, let's Steady that a little bit. We got the Executioner, Monster Undead. Survivor. This ability triggers when this survives the fight. Deal 1 damage to target ally. Very cool. Another Barbarian the Librarian. Field Armor. Rar. RNGesus. Oh, this one's very cool. Irresistible Disco. This looks very familiar, this image. And this is a mischief. So you get to cast these mischiefs. Beelzebub, a monster demon. Amulet of Ridiculous Power. Big Baby Bandage. So a lot of these I've never seen before. These are new ones. Very cool. Silver Bullet. Bumbles. It's a loot trinket. And of course you get the Relentless Slobber Beast. So very cool. And then here you go. I'm assuming this is a special one. The Holiest Symbol. It's a loot trinket. Zap 1, you heal 2. Oh, very cool. Zap and pay 1. Squish all cards stuck to your hero. Okay, so that could be useful. All right, so that was our first one. Now let's do our second one. Oh man, I'm already worried because I'm already feeling the urge to buy more of these. That's not good. Wazuvala. Oh, that's amazing. I love this. That's a weapon. Moose. Of course, you cannot go into battle without your trusty moose. Inhumane Society. Nope. I think that's self-explanatory. Nope. Drop Bear. Can't touch this. Cattle Prod. Grody Roadies. That's a monster. 3 health. 3 damage. Leprechaun. Spiky Bits. 3,872 orcs. And Stomp, Stomp, Stomp. Another mischief. Play when you run away. When your runaway marker shows runaway, squish all loot, then flip your runaway marker to show limp away. Very cool. All right, so those are the extra boosters that we got. Hope you enjoyed that. Lastly, there is a couple of items. These are not going to be coming in the basic set. These were given specifically because we did the pre-release event. So first off, it's a new hero. It's called the Goldfish Wanderer. The very cool thing about this, so zap, move 1 card from your discard pile to the bottom of your deck. The very cool thing about this is that it doesn't have a hero color. So you could use any cards if you put this as your hero in your deck across the board. So that's a really neat thing. The other thing I got was this really cool dice. I'll show you that very quickly. So really cool dice, and you can see some images, some classic images from the game, from Munchkin. Okay, so you can see some of those images on here. So I was lucky enough to get one of these as well. All right, so I hope you enjoyed the video, and check it out. I think it comes out at the end of February, and I highly recommend it. At least trying out the base game. You know, get a friend. It's fairly inexpensive. Try it out. See if you like it. If you like it, maybe get the other ones. I'm tempted at least to get all of the base ones so that you could get around 6 players to play this. And try out the different tribes, the different classes. So that's probably what I'll be doing, and who knows, maybe I'll start getting into some of the boosters as well. All right, thanks for watching the video. Just wanted to say thanks again for Rhea from Steve Jackson Games for setting up this promotion. Also to X Planet for inviting me to do this awesome Games Day. It was a great time, really loved it. I do, again, recommend checking out the game. You could get more content like this on my podcast, The Fastball Special. We do it semi-weekly, pretty much weekly basis. So it's Fastball Special, The Fastball Special on iTunes, and you could also catch us as thefastballspecial.com, where you could also listen to the podcast as well. Thanks again. Cheers. Enjoy the game. Munchkin. All right, take care. Bye.